these times where it seems like he's kind of retreating into himself. It's almost like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's like he goes away. Like in his eyes, it's like I've lost him. Like he's not there anymore, and it's kind of, he's been replaced with this sort of blank stare. But definitely after like something kind of really emotionally charged or traumatic, I've seen it happen where he just had sort of, one of the times I thought he was like in a state of shock because he was just so inaccessible, and it's like he goes dead in his eyes. It's real scary to witness. I didn't know if that was something that's par for the course with this, or if there's maybe some overlap with something else.
Yeah, you're basically talking about a shutdown. I mean, you just described, and we have different forms of shutdowns. I'll give you the ones that are most prominent, and they go from mild to severe, and what you just described would be on the severe end. Mild shutdown would be, it's fascinating to me, this topic here. The guys with autism spectrum disorder, they do, without boring you with a bunch of background information, again, on mind blindness and executive function deficits, they have learned from a very young age to retreat into their own little inner world. And that's the key term right there. They are often in their inner world. So a mild version of a shutdown would be when you're talking to him about something that is stressing him, even though you may view it as a totally neutral topic, and he is not exhibiting any visible symptoms, doesn't melt down, any version of that, doesn't shut down as far as you can tell, and he sits there and he seems to be paying attention. And you could swear to God he's listening to you. And then he may even chime in every once in a while, yeah, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, okay, honey, yeah, I'll do it. And then later on, if it was a task that you asked him to do, it didn't get done because he forgot, or when you ask him about something with respect to a portion of the conversation that you had the couple of days, he didn't remember having it because he wasn't there. He was off in his little fantasy land, which would be a mild version of the shutdown, or shut off in that case. He wasn't totally shut down, but he was kind of semi-shut off. And then I won't give you all the different flavors, but we'll jump to the other end of the spectrum, and that would be, it's not kind of like a shock, it is a shock. It is a version of a shutdown that is a response to anxiety overload. That probably would be the more accurate term, anxiety overload. And what's going on in that moment when he seems lost. He seems like a hologram. You can see that he's physically there, but mentally he's clearly off somewhere else. He is, and here's the key word, ladies, ruminating about the, I don't know if I want to use the term trauma, that's a little exaggeratory, the traumatic event or the anxiety-producing event or events. When he's lost in thought, he is literally ruminating about the stressful episode, whatever that is. And he is literally, again, lost in his fantasy world, except in this case, we might want to call it a nightmare world.